In this demonstration, I'm going to introduce you to the AGIS Plus Text Journal Index. To find AGIS from the library homepage, in the Databases listings, under Popular Databases, click on the link to Informant. That's the platform which AGIS Plus Text belongs to, and follow the links. Once you're in Informant, you're going to need to select AGIS Plus Text from available databases. The first step is to bring up the list of law databases. Click on Law. Then click on AGIS Plus Text and then Continue. Noting that you can search across multiple databases if you wish, but for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just working in AGIS Plus Text. Once you're in AGIS, at any time you can go back to the databases listing to change the databases that you're searching in. At any moment you can see which database you're currently using. One of the first considerations when you're using a new database is to always go to the help documentation so that you can see how you're going to search effectively. There are tips on things like Boolean operators and using fields that you should know about. I'm not going to discuss them explicitly. So in AGIS Plus Text, on the first page you come to, there are search tips. You can expand these to find more search tips, including going into a PDF document which actually shows you an AGIS Plus Text screen layout, which is very useful for understanding all of the features and facilities. The other thing that I want to show you about in introducing AGIS Plus Text is the use of indexes and thesauri as an alternative to searching. Browsing indexes isn't so much an alternative to keyword searching, but perhaps useful in its own way, and we'll have a quick look. A thesaurus is used to identify broad, narrow, and alternative terms for words. Perhaps a good place to go if a keyword search has been unproductive. An example for using the thesaurus would be to start with the top level heading that we're considering in torts, and to have a look at the word torts. Torts is the broad term, and there are narrower terms listed. In our example of contributory negligence and the failure to wear a seatbelt, I could perhaps identify that my narrower term would be negligence, and perhaps the issue as a lawyer that I'm looking at is damages. And with regard to a car accident and the failure to wear a seatbelt, perhaps I'm looking at personal injuries. Indexes are also useful, and I'd just like to point out two indexes that are available in AGIS Plus Text. One is to legislation and one is to cases, legal cases. Now these will list all of the legislation, all of the cases considered in journal articles on this database. And an example of this might be looking for the legal case, the torts case Grant and Australian Knitting Mills, and I can see that Grant and Australian Knitting Mills is indeed in the listing of cases. There are actually two entries, and this is because the citation is tied to the name. So I can see that there are two articles that consider Grant as the appeal case as it went to the House of Lords, and then three articles which discuss Grant in the High Court of Australia. So I would obviously want to go into both of those, and here I can view the records for the journal articles that have discussed the case. In demonstration 2, I'll look at searching for articles on a topic.